You know, Manchester, the street doesn't even look like the street. It looks like a bad dream, like a nightmare. It looks like a nightmare. It doesn't even look like a street. It doesn't look like the street that the same city that I saw in 2017. And the same can be said about LDN. The only places that look nice are places that are suburbs, like nice suburbs. All these cities, they look atrocious. They look like jokes, like somebody laughing. They look like a person laughing. The train stations in Manchester look like somebody laughing. They don't look real. And I've had to be mentally tough, like no other person on the planet. I've had to be tough in ways that I cannot even describe because they wanted me dead. Pedro also wanted me dead. Pedro wanted me dead. My accounts have been locked. Do you know that, Thomas? My accounts have been locked. My Monzo account that was working fine has been locked. My Chase account has been locked. My Starling, my Halifax have been hacked. My Lloyd's Bank have been hacked. So there were several days. It's been 2 years, more than 2 years, that my account hasn't been working properly, like a normal bank account. So my money is not me working properly. I don't have access to my bank. My Outlook, my Outlook, which is a Hotmail Microsoft account, I can't access. I haven't been access. My Facebook, I'm not seeing all of my notifications. My Instagram, my WhatsApp, it has been an assault. It has been a plan to kill me from when I was a baby. My Microsoft hasn't been working properly for years, but in the last 5 years, it's intensified. And my phone, I would come back from school, from Lorraine, from CTK, from Wolverton, and from Greenwich, and my phone wouldn't be ringing. People would be ringing me, they're not able to get through to my phone. My phone wouldn't call from 14 Gargani Walk. And since all of these events have happened, it's become worse and gotten worse because they've capitalized off fear and off my fear and off my family's fear and negligence. One of Titi's fears was of Muslims. One of her fears, I remember she said that she came home one day, and it was probably because she was working in Plumstead. She said that she was seeing things move and move strange, and there was like a cold thing in the air, like striking light, like white grey light, but it was like it was striking. Like it doesn't look like a normal day. Like you know how sunshine has colors of like yellow and gold, and it looks like day. Now everything was looking like stark white and looking strange. So she's seeing things move strange. Then there was a guy who worked for me, who I was working for at my first company at Wavemaker, and he was Somali. I have never ever come in contact with a Somali ever. Only one time in Nando's, I think I came in contact with a Somali, and we barely spoke because I didn't like her, and we barely spoke. Barely saw her. She would come sometimes and try and talk to me. I didn't want to talk to her. She took my lip gloss one time and used it. I said, keep it. I don't want it no more. It's so disgusting that you put on your dirty lips. How can you take my lip gloss and start using it? I think that's normal. And say, yeah, what? It's normal. I don't know why you want to talk to me because we've got nothing in common. And that lip gloss was expensive. It was like £25. These are talking about irritants and irritable for no reason. Right? Another time, I was working in Rich Mix. Some girl who was Somali, I didn't even know she was Somali because I was serving the bar. She recommended Monzo. I didn't even know she was Somali until several days later. I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, let me look at this Monzo thing because I was in Monzo. I was like, oh yeah, right. Things that never used to concern me. I'd have never cared. When I was in primary school, there was a guy called Mijano, who was Muslim, and would be obsessed with me. And I said, I don't want anything to do with you because me and you, I don't like you. I don't like you anyway because I've got other things to do. I'm busy. I'm already like having to battle so many things. I don't have time for you. He was like, all right, cool. And then randomly, some years later, he came again, asking me and pestering me. I said, I'm not interested. This Somali guy was at my workplace and he was my AD, right? I don't know how I even got that job in the first place, but I will talk about another day. He was my AD. He was Somali. I didn't care. I didn't care to sit next to him. I don't like listening to him. I don't like hearing his voice. I was so grateful when I saw another girl who was more similar to me. working on the other team, I thought I could sit with her. And my other guy, my other manager, was like was an Essex white boy who I didn't really like either, but at least, he's kind of plain. I was in my 27th, so you know what? I've never actually really considered Somalia. I don't know what they do. I don't know what they do. What they are about, nothing. I said, cool, come. He's my AD. I want to get on. I want a reference. The most important thing I want out of this is a reference, right? I was moving about my own business, minding my own business. And I'm sure this probably happened to Titi as well. Minding my own business, right? Some antichrist Muslim spirit comes out of the woodworks in the tube station like a grey cloud, right? And followed me from my place to my house in 14 Gangani Walk, back and forth. Hunting the family and making itself a house there because of Peju. Because of Peju. These things are not concerning to us. They don't concern us. They don't concern us. But spirits make them their houses with certain people. Because of Peju. Meanwhile, I'm minding my own business. I'm making friends in my workplace. All of the girls there are black, Ghanaian, Nigerian. They're young. I'm looking cool. I'm talking to them about like clothes and design, things I want for my life, how I changed from working in these uncertain careers to transforming into a marketing career, moving into a marketing and sales career. I was previously working at another company called Outbrain, which was like native ad sales. I'm moving up. I'm moving on and getting the most I can get out of the day. Minding my own. I'm thinking about how I'm going to move from the money that I'm making and then take my parents to court. How I'm going to show my face to all of my employers and all of the people that work around me and everyone else who knows my business and sees the internet and knows my business. That's what my concern was. How I'm going to drop feed everybody this information piece by piece because my life is in pieces and people seem to think that I have it okay and splendid. So they capitalize off every fear and they capitalize off behavior. Because you did this, that means you're going to do this. That means I'm going to make you do this because you did this. Because you were scared of this, I'm going to make you scared of it. That's how they act. Because of Peju. Peju invites these things into the house. New Year, she's going and praying in some church and doing strange things. And we're going to church and we're not having real New Year's. We're not having celebration. We're not having real heart to hearts. We're not resolving. We're having barren Christmases in stinky houses, in a stinky home, rotting in. And you're saying you want a new year, you want a new direction, bringing things into the house. That's how it's been for all of us since Dinko. That's how it's been. Poor, and you have the audacity to be mean and cruel and abusive in poverty. That's the kicker. Is that you wasn't trying to be good parents. You wasn't trying to piece your family together. You are fighting and still being horrible and being cruel. So wickedness on top of poverty. That's how you invite things into the house. It could have happened anywhere in the world that we grew up. It could have happened in Nigeria. It could have happened in America. It could have happened in Germany. It could have happened in France. It could have happened anywhere in the world. It could have happened in China, in Thailand. It would have happened anywhere because of both of them. You got all of your children going into all of these red brick universities. Durham. Lola could have driven around North London, north of England, North England, and looked for a cheap accommodation there. She came all the way back to London, to the dungeon. Why? She never explained why she came back. You got all your children getting A stars in school, getting the highest degrees, and yet their social life is a shamble. Who cares about your grades when it's only alone when it's the grades alone? It's the grades alone. Is it the grades alone that's going to save us, or is it being resourceful in every area of your life? About being a person, about being a human being. But you're 35, beating children and beating them into bathrooms and making them wash bathroom and wash kitchen for endless amounts of their lives and not building a life of their own. You're making them scrub toilets and scrub bathroom. You don't even allow them to even use a washing glove. You know how dry my hands are now? How dry my hands are. Washing glove. How hard is it to go and snatch washing glove from Sainsbury's and bring it into the house? Washing gloves that will protect your hand to wash up. How hard is it to go and get drinks for a Christmas and a New Year's? But we're catching bus. We're catching bus to Sainsbury's and to Tesco and Morrison's to go and get food for Christmas. And your mother is sitting there saying, I'm not doing anything anymore because you guys are all grown up. And it was Oma Lola who started calling her mum. As if she earned the right to be called a mother. When both of them, the reason why both of them are cowardly and sheepish is because they know that they haven't and don't earn the right to be called daddy, mummy, dad, or mum. They haven't earned the right, and they know that. That's why Oladimeji looks sheepish. That's why Peju looks sheepish. Because Lola Lola is giving them a title, Thomas, Antity. Lola is giving them a title that they haven't earned. Why, Lola, why are you giving them titles? Why are you giving them the title of mother and father when they haven't earned it? When you know that when we were in Dean Court, we called them mummy and daddy for survival. That's why we called them mummy and daddy. We didn't mean it. But you got yourself one car and one boyfriend, and suddenly you wanted the whole lifestyle and started calling them mum and dad like you have a normal life. You should have told John the truth. We are children of abuse. When we say mum and dad, we say it ironically, and we look at the teachers and we look at our friends for them to know that they're not truly our mum and dad. But Lola is a cowardless, and she wanted the Oyibo lifestyle that she doesn't know, that she hasn't even studied to know what that is. The general lifestyle of a happy family. We're not a happy family because they have intended that we're not a happy family because they don't like us being happy. When we were laughing in the room, they would tell us to shut up and go to bed. Do you not remember Oladimeji coming into the bedroom and telling you to shut up, telling us to shut up and go to bed? Thomas, do you not remember us being beaten? All your three sisters being beaten in the next room whilst you were trying to bed and you were crying. Do you not know that you had to come out of the bedroom and cry to them and appease to them so that they can stop beating us? Do you not remember? That's how. Do you not remember? That's them. But because we have behaved like cowardly and like fools with them, they've now taken the piss and said, right, we've been forgiven. We've been forgiven, so it's fine. We can continue being the way that we are because they don't seem to be pushing or kicking us or beating us. They don't seem to be banding together to help each other. They don't seem to be talking transparently about issues and problems. They don't seem to be sneaky and hiding and saving each other.